Hello and welcome. Today we're going to review the Protocol Vento Wi-Fi drone with live streaming camera. This one is not necessarily an HD video camera bird, but it is an altitude hold small foldable quadcopter. Now the drone comes in this neat black square box that says Vento Wi-Fi with live streaming, and then it shows you all the features it has. On the side here, Protocol Air, ready to fly with built-in camera. So let's open her up and check this out. So we just pop this open here, and let's pull this out. Pull out this box here. So basically this is the setup here. There's the box. Got this little baggie with instruction manuals, brochures, pamphlets, spare parts, discount, probably good for an extra battery, which is good. And so for starters, we see here the quadcopter. It's already folded out, but you can fold it smaller. So this was zip tied in, but we had already removed it. So here's how it looks. Very cool looking. It's not too big. It is a pretty small quadcopter, but it is sharp looking. You have your FPV antenna right there at the bottom. You have your camera here, which I believe is just a standard definition video camera. Your 4 propellers. This little button here on the side is actually the on-off button. So you push that in and push it again, keep it pressed for a couple seconds, and it turns the quadcopter on and off. Here's the battery bay, and as you can see here, this folds, which is pretty cool. You can fold the arms. Ooh, gotta fold it a certain way here. So you fold that, and then you fold this arm here, and then you fold this one here. And this is how it looks when it's fully folded. Very small, but really nice design here with the black and gold. So pretty cool looking quadcopter, and that's basically it in this part of the box. And then now in this part of the box we have the transmitter, which has this little cautionary paperwork here on the joysticks, but we can remove that for now. There. And so here you go, pretty cool looking. You can actually fold out the antennas here. It has 2 antennas, which is this compass mode button is basically headless mode. So when you press this down, it'll start beeping. Here you have auto takeoff and landing. So you push this, keep it pressed to take off. Push it, keep it pressed to land. Here's your on off. And here is your throttle and rudder. Here's where you actually put your cell phone, which this is pretty cool. This actually pops out, and then you can put your cell phone on there. So that's pretty neat. And then in the back here we have the trim button. Once you push that, it'll be in trim mode, and then you can move the joysticks around to trim in either direction. And then you have the rates, high and low, and I believe medium. Push this button once, and it's you'll hear 1 beep, 2 beeps, or 3 beeps, and that indicates low, medium, and high rate. Now this takes a few AA batteries, 4 AA batteries, and so that's basically it. And so that's essentially it. Very straightforward, clean transmitter. I don't see any buttons for flip or anything to that effect. So that's kind of interesting. No flip buttons on here. And that's it. So there's the quadcopter. Here's the battery. And this battery is essentially a 3.7 volt, 350 milliamp LiPo battery, 25C. This is really cool. It comes with a little pouch, a little fabric pouch here, so you can put the quadcopter in when it's folded. You can actually put away your quadcopter with the battery and all, and then just have the transmitter and the little pouch, which is pretty cool. This baggie basically has a screwdriver, spare propellers, a little Allen wrench, and the charger. And I'll just briefly show you the charger here. The charger is a proprietary charger. So you'd plug this part in to the battery, and then the other part is just simply a USB charge. So yes, it's a proprietary charger and a proprietary battery. So that's essentially it. The first step is to pop in the battery. So you push it in like this until it's clicked in. Then you would turn it on. You basically push the button and keep it pressed until all the lights start blinking. So you keep it pressed. Once it starts blinking, then you turn on the transmitter. And now you have to bind it. You'll notice that's transmitter lights blinking, and so is the quadcopter. All you have to do is push the throttle stick to the bottom until you hear a sequence of beeps like so. Now it's bound because the lights are not blinking and this light is solid. Now the first recommended step before you take off is to always calibrate the gyros, and that's very quick. You take both joysticks down and to the right, and you keep them there until the quadcopter blinks for a couple seconds and stops like so. And then once that's done, you let go. So now you're essentially ready to take off. You can hit the auto takeoff button or push up on the throttle, or push both sticks down into the middle, where these lines are, and that'll put it in idle mode with the propellers spinning. But if you want to use the FPV, you would need the app. And now the other cool thing about this is you could actually fly this without using the transmitter. You can actually just use the app. So you can put this in the pouch and that's it. And you can just have your cell phone in your pocket. And once you connect to this, you can fly it using your cell phone. But we're going to go over flying it with the transmitter and using the app. So now that I've connected the cell device to the transmitter, we're going to go into the app and set it up. So first we have to connect to the Wi-Fi. So let's do that. Right here you have in the Wi-Fi settings, Vento Wi-Fi. So we'll just simply connect to that. And there's no Wi-Fi password or anything. It just simply connects to that. Right here, it's called Vento Wi-Fi. And so we'll open that up. And then we're greeted with this image and the screen. You have instructions that tell you how to use the app and so forth. Photos section where you can view your stored or saved photos or videos. But for right now, we'll hit start. And then now, as you can see, we should have a live feed of the quadcopter. If you want to control this with the app, you would hit this little button here. Now you have two joysticks. You can trim the joysticks. You can adjust what rate it's on, low or high. You can take pictures, video. You see how much battery percentage there is there. You can access your media through this little icon here. You can go back home with this icon. This will put it in compass mode or headless mode. And this is to view it for FPV. It splits the screen, as you can see here. Kind of splits the screen. And so you can put these in those cell phone goggles and fly this FPV style if you wish. You can exit out of here. This has a waypoints mode, and the way that works is with the rudder here, you would just like draw a path like this, and then the quadcopter will fly in that path. So it's nothing too fancy. It just kind of mimics a finger gesture there, but that's kind of interesting. Here you could fly the quadcopter using the accelerometer of the phone. So if you tilt the phone forward or backwards or to the sides, the quadcopter will fly in that direction if you use this icon right there. These are, I believe, the auto takeoff, auto land. This shows you how much battery or signal strength you have with your quadcopter and transmitter. And here are some settings here for trimming, transmission quality, 480p, and if you want to record sound via the phone. So, and that's essentially it. The app is very straightforward. You can either control the quadcopter with the app, or you can just use it as an FPV stream. And so that's essentially it.